I'm not speaking for any community group, right? I'm not speaking with any party affiliation. There's no battery in my back. You know, I'm not trying to impress upon you any religious domination at all. You know, I stand here as the same soul I was when I was 4 years old, giving speeches that my father wrote for my preschool graduation. So I'm the same person I was back then, and I recognize that because I'm doing what I love to do, that's different, and it scares folks, you know, because they say I like to. Anybody knows me, you know, I work in the technology field, so I compare what I'm doing to like Windows 8. I hear a lot of complaints about Windows 8. People are complaining about it because it looks different. The main complaint I get is, hey, where's the start button? You know, everybody wants to know where's the start button because, you know, Windows 95, Windows 98, X2000, XP, you know, Vista, in Windows 7, there's always been that start button in the bottom left corner. But now with Windows 8, the whole front page, the menu, is the start button. So it confuses folks. So when folks see me and they say, hey, you're not speaking for any community group? You mean to tell me your name is Jahmal and you're not a Muslim? You know, they say, you know, you're not speaking with any party affiliation. That's different. You know, I'm like 2 Chainz. I'm a little different. That's okay with me. That's okay with me. You know, support who you want. You know, I'm not here to talk about any community group, but I want to talk about choices. Right? We all have choices. Right? I'm gonna give you the game. It's about choices. Life is a constant battle between inclination and then you got obligation. Right? I battle with those things daily. Fortunately, each of us has the privilege of choosing between the things we like to do and the things we know we should do. Right? Well, one of them choices, they're going to bring you more immediate gratification. The other, the often less desirable choice, that's the one that's going to bring you the long-term rewards. You know, individually, or it can be for the community as a whole. And these choices, they may be as simple as sleeping in or getting up to go to work in the morning, whether you're going to litter or you're going to recycle, whether you're going to smoke some weed with your friends, or you're going to hold out because you know you got some job interviews coming up and you know they're going to drop you. I mean, regardless if it's positive or negative, each choice you make, it has consequences on the life you live and on the people that care about you the most. But it's deeper than that too. I want you to think, because the choices you make can have an impact on the community as a whole, and that's what I'm talking about. Because the 6th Ward of Chicago is really just a product of our decisions, right? And what's discouraging about that is that the driving force behind the culture in our ward, it isn't ideological. And what that means, it's not reflective of new ideas, social needs, and the aspirations of the people in the community. You know? The driving force behind the culture in our ward is economic. I mean, just really think about it. Everywhere you turn, there's advertisements or businesses that are promoting instability. Look at the billboards that are erected through. I don't even call them billboards. I call them storyboards. Because if you pay attention, they paint a vivid picture, right? They advertise payday loans with high interest rates, cheap divorces, unhealthy foods, record expungement, 1800 tequila, Remy Martin cognac, right? One time I thought I saw a sign that promoted college admissions. I was excited, like, wow, it's a college admissions billboard. Then I got closer and it was a drug research program funded by the university. They'll pay you a couple $100s for you to swallow their latest pill or do a program on you, and you'll do it because you need the money. None of the billboards are promoting any exercise or education. They only advertise immediate gratification, quick fixes, fast buzzes. Right? You guys ever ask yourself, how come we're being bombarded with these type of advertisements? Why? Right? That's the big question. Why? The answer is really quite simple. When you think about it, businesses, they market their products and their services towards favorable demographics. It's called market research, right? You wouldn't put your $1,500 a month Little Debbie snack flavor Smirnoff vodka billboard in a place where you didn't think you'd get any return on your investment. That wouldn't be business savvy, right? But when you find an area that has a group of people who have the skills to earn like we do, but remain emotionally impulsive with their spending habits like we do, as a business owner, you look around and you say, you know, I can set up shop right here. and extract resources from that area. Or better yet, I can put my billboards here and extract resources without even having to be there, right? By golly, Jim, I done found a gold mine, right? That's what you would say. How we would say it is you done hit a lick, right? You done came up. You know, you getting it in. That's how we would say it, right? And I tell you this because our economy and our community can only thrive with our cooperation. The people have the power. When you start relaxing and you let businesses come to the 6th Ward and you don't approach them and say, hey, you know what? My name is Jahmal Cole. I'm representing Role Model Movement. I see you guys have just come to the community. Are you guys hiring anybody in the community? I brought these resumes of a few of my friends who are looking for jobs. Are you guys willing to support after-school programs? Are you willing to support newsletters by community groups? Right? And then hold them accountable. If you're not willing to do that, basically you're settling. You're lowering your standards, right? And once you lower the standards you live by, you're lowering the expectations for our community, right? If you want to see real change happen, I say don't spend $1 in the 6th Ward unless you ask yourself, hey, is a portion of my money going back towards the community or is it going away from the community? And just because they look like you don't mean the money's coming back to the community, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but what I'm saying is that we are more than the individual choices we make. Like it or not, each of us is a product of this environment, right? Unfortunately, the choices we're making is creating an environment that's holding us back. Instead of thriving and moving forward, we're just struggling to survive, right? Trying to keep our head above water. Doing better than some, still worse than most. Our moral and our psychological inhibitions to consume, buy, that mentality, that's attracting advertisements and businesses that are catering to an unhealthy lifestyle. I'll say it again, because I don't want to run through it, but our moral and our psychological inhibitions to consume, that's attracting advertisements and businesses that are catering to an unhealthy lifestyle, right? And after being exploited for so long, you don't even realize you're being exploited. You don't even know why payday come around and you in the liquor store like, hey, let me get some 1800 tequila and pineapple juice, right? All of a sudden on payday, you got the taste for some Little Debbie snack flavor smeared on vodka. You don't even know why. You've been walking around this billboard all month, right? Unfortunately, it's the same thing with the helicopters that fly by at night. You hear them so often, you think they're part of the rhythm of the community, like the Bucket Boys. You hear them so often, the light don't even bother you, right? And what's saddest is the same thing with the murders. You know, you wake up in the morning, you read your blog, or you read your paper, and you hear about another murder, and you're completely desensitized to it. It might sting a little bit for, depending on who it is, but you're going, just another day up in the city. Nothing pretty out here.